Hey YouTube pipe community, OTC Piper here. Just taking a few minutes just to do a quick vid, some daily chat, some things coming up for the channel, and a little bit of a GAW update. We have some unseasonably cool weather for Texas for the first part of August. So I thought it'd be a good time to get on into my pipe nook / shop and do a little video for you. Also talk about the blend I'm smoking today and why. It's going to be the Cornell and deihl Super Balkan. Join it my Casillero bent. Get this lit up real quick and we'll get this thing started. Down just a little bit more. Okay. I was getting all my stuff out of my vehicle today. And I have my pouches. I've mentioned them briefly in other videos. I'm going to have my primary pocket pouch. And I just keep one blend in. I keep a little pipe tool and a Bic lighter, which normally you see me lighting with a match. I said before, when you have just kind of a day runner, you never know, whether the conditions are going to be windy or damp. May not support match lighting, so I just keep one of these just for being on the go. So that stays with me all the time, and I just kind of rotate what's in here. Right now I have just a little bit of my Sir Walter Raleigh, so that's that one. But I have a auxiliary. It's a little bit bigger. I'll keep it in my EDC bag that I keep with me all the time, just in the event that I want to change things up, or I meet for a mantle or some kind of spontaneously. I can have a little bit more variety. And this one has three little pipe slots, but I use one for some pipe cleaners. Just slide one in here. One I'm smoking, was in there, but just do it the alternate direction. And this is a pouch that fits more of your standard size pipes, which might be a little bit uncomfortable or might protrude a little bit too much for one like this. This one here is small little briar pipe, kind of a bulldog, and I like it because it's a little bit smaller bowl. If you have time for a pipe break or something like that, it's a good size for that. But in this one, there's a little pouch that comes with it, and I have, it holds about an ounce, maybe a little bit more if you pack it real full. And that's what I had my Cornell and deihl Super Balkan in, and I just I need to get it out and start rotating some things, so I'm going to smoke on this for a little while. A little bit spilled out here. But I can also fit another pouch in there, and this is actually some John Bull. It's a English pouch variety that I like. A lot of your pouch varieties are a lot of Burleys, things like that. But this is one of there's a few of them out there. This is a good one that I like. Fits right in here, zips right up. And this one I kind of do a hybrid. I do keep my Bic for the same reasons, but it does also fit my pipe tool, a little box of matches. So that way I can kind of keep some variety at my disposal at any point in time. But that's the reason I pulled this blend out, because it's been in there for a little while and I want to start rotating them a little bit. Right now I have primarily Latakia blends in this one, and I have Burleys in this other one. And we'll talk about the blend a little bit. The Super Balkan is kind of one of my go-tos in one of the brick and mortar stores that I frequent, Tobacco Cabana out of Cedar Hill. They always keep plenty of it in stock, and I always go in there and get quite a bit of it. It's a medium to heavy Latakia presence. The foundation is a Burley foundation, and the nuttiness from the Burley is very, very present in the mix above the other components aside from the Latakia, which kind of wraps it all together. It does have some Virginia and a little bit of Perique. And the Virginia and the Perique sit very nicely in the background and allow the Burley to do its thing. And of course the Latakia is you just can't miss it. So this is one of my favorites from there. So you can order it online, and I probably need to do that here for too long, because I think I'm down to a couple ounces left. But it is a good blend, and I enjoy it. So just wanted to throw that out there and just talk a little bit about how I do my pouch rotations. For the GAW update, and I knew when I started did this GAW the way I did, it might be kind of a little bit confusing, and I wanted to clarify on that a little bit. The primary drawing, primary giveaway, is for, the regulars. All VRs are accepted, for that one. The other one that I had put together was like a starter kit, and this is if there's any beginners that find this channel or find it through another channel perhaps, that may be kind of searching for some guidance, and they're taking an interest into piping and want to get started, or maybe they just started and they need a little bit of a boost. I put together a little starter kit that I'm going to do a separate drawing. If they do, or if you're watching this and you do fall into that category, you're a beginner or looking to start getting into this art, mention that in the VR, perhaps in the comments, so I can take note of it. And those are going to be entered into the primary giveaway, but there's also that secondary giveaway for the beginners. And my whole goal in that is just to give the new guys a bit of a boost, give them some encouragement, and give them a bump. So yeah, I'm giving them the advantage, over someone that's a seasoned pipe smoker, and I think that's a good thing to encourage the new ones that are coming into this. So that's just something. It's not really a whole lot. I am considering adding some of this John Bull in with the starter kit, just to give a little bit of give them a little bit of an experience of the English, because that's a cooler one than something like a vapor or something like that might not be suitable for a beginner. And this one is mild to medium Latakia presence. Just to include that in there, just for a little dimension and with what I'm putting in there. But all of this, is all stuff that I enjoy. But because I am giving all VRs, whether you're a seasoned piper or a beginner, all VRs are going to be eligible for the primary. So the blends that I've selected for that reason. I didn't want to include something like Old Joe Krantz or something like that, and then a beginner get a hold of that, and being such a powerful blend and be sour to the idea of piping. So in that aspect, I've chosen some that are some of the more tasty, mild, but very enjoyable blends, I believe, that I've selected for that one, and I will probably add to that as time goes by, as we approach the end of August and the start of September, when the drawing is going to be. So just stay tuned for any updates. I will make sure I put them out there. But do make sure that you do all your VRs into the primary GAW video, so that I could have them all in one place. So that's about all I wanted to do for the GAW update. A couple things coming up before I sign off. Tonight I am going to be, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to try to get it done tonight though, is to do my contemplations video. I was talking about the book I just finished, The Alchemist. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, about the book and some of the things that, I've gotten out of that. I primarily, that was close to a decade ago I started that book, and to that point I was primarily a reader of nonfiction, because I'm very fact-based. I'm very historically driven, and I pretty much all my reading had been done on the nonfiction basis. This one showed me how, and I still am a big nonfiction guy. But it showed me how, to certain degrees, you can benefit from things that have influenced another writer that he pours into his work. It could influence you possibly in a different way, but nonetheless, it is an influence. You get to see something that is a product of their imagination, and a product of things that have led up to that point in their life when they put it out. The Alchemist was the first one that kind of expanded me into that, and that's why I grabbed it, and I just thought about reading it again because it had been a while. And there's a lot of great things to glean from that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and smoke a pipe while I do it, and I'm looking forward to a good time with that. Last thing is, we've been getting a lot of good feedback on the joint mantle that I do with Catholic Pipe Steader, who is my brother as well. We're planning on doing another one of those Wednesday, August 15th. It's going to be on his channel, because he'd been wanting to put some on his, just due to circumstances. We met here when we have done it, and I've got it posted right away. He lives out in the boonies. It's hard for him to get signal, so if we did one here and then he went to his house and it was on his, if he recorded it and took it back with him, it would be the next day when he came into work. If it was on the weekend, it would be after the weekend before he'd be able to upload it successfully, because his signal is so, shaky where he's at. So that's kind of been the reason we've done them here. He happens to like this area. And I know I think we've done 2 so far, and we're looking forward to doing one. I'm going to meet him for lunch that Wednesday. He works about part way between where I live and where he lives, so that'll be better on him. We're going to meet there, find somewhere in town. Maybe there's a great little park nearby. We may even try to do a live streaming if signal seems like it's going to be strong enough where we're going to go. But be looking for that on the 15th. I think it's going to be a good time. So with that, I'll sign off. I'm going to maybe do some reading and catch up on some videos from other channels that I like so much. So wish everybody all the best. Here's to good times and a warm pipe. One more thing, almost forgot. One of the things I neglected to mention on my first GAW video is that you need to sub the page for the VR drawing, for the VRs that come through for the giveaway drawing. Neglected to put it on the first part of the video, so I remembered it before I uploaded it, so I wanted to get a video out just to tag it on to the end. And a surprising twist on something else. I'm adding another blend, not a full review of a blend, but it's one that last time me and Catholic Pipe Steader did a video, we did the Presbyterian mixture that he had ordered, he actually gave it to me. I swapped him for another tin of mine because he wasn't getting any flavor from this blend. And I was sitting here. I was smoking my pipe quite a bit this morning, just doing things around here and catching up on some videos and being off. So, and I was just thinking, you know, I was thinking I might try something a little bit lighter because I'm starting to, you know, feel the fact that not in the fact that it's overwhelming me or anything like that, but I've had a lot of my Balkan blend that I talked about, and just trying to get some of that out of the pouch. And so I decided, I was looking at some of my aromatics. I thought I'd get something a little bit different than what I had. And I thought, well, you know, that Presbyterian was a really light blend. Let me try that out now that I've had quite a bit of pipe in my morning so far. So I did. Here's what I'm smoking now. And a delightful twist has come about in this blend. And I don't know if it's just something that, hang on, let me get this lit up better. I don't know if it's just something about having a more labored palate that has caused some of this the flavors to shine through. Well, it's dramatically different than the first time I packed a bowl early in a piping session. So I thought I would throw that out there. If anybody has this or is thinking about this is a good one to mix things up a while. If it's a day that you're piping quite a bit and you start to kind of lose the taste for what you're currently putting in your pipe, and you want to mix things up a little bit. It's still an English type mixture, but a lighter one. It's got some other things in it. I don't know if classic English tobacco Presbyterian mixture came about during the First World War and has been well regarded ever since. A mellow blend of Virginia, Latakia, and Turkish tobaccos with a full body taste. And the full body taste wasn't present the first time that I packed a bowl, but it sure is now after I've had a bit of piping before it. So have not really ever had a blend that came out and really became its own in this way. But beings, I just lit it up and I knew I needed to tag that little disclaimer about subbing my channel for the drawing, and make sure your subscriptions are set to public so I can verify all that. I did want to throw that piece of information out there because it just intrigued me at first. So I just packed on another 4 minutes, and I'm trying not to make this too long of a video, so I do apologize for that. I'll go ahead and sign off here. Once again, OTC Piper, wishing everybody all the best. Here's to good times and a warm pipe.